Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my repeating subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are back in the bathroom again, unfortunately. But for those of you guys who are wondering why I'm in the bathroom, I have two dogs in the basement. So they're occupying my tarot studio. So I am in here right now at midnight. It's the best place for privacy. So I hope you guys don't mind it. But without further ado, this video is for entertainment purposes only. And for entertainment purposes and allied purposes only as well. So that's all that this video is for. So I want to really touch upon the topic in this specific video, talking about is spirit misleading us about the election, the results, who's the president going to be, and stuff like that. The reason why we're going to touch on this video, because a lot of you guys have been feeling, I've been talking to some of you who felt like they've been misled, that they've been misguided, that they feel like people have provided them with false sense of hope. We're going to explore that in today's video. I have said in the past, in my past channel meeting, I think 2 years ago, I said that spirit has a tendency to mislead us on purpose so that we wouldn't reveal the information that we see. So for example, if let's say something is confidential and we reveal it, as tarot readers, we are essentially opening ourselves up to investigation and stuff like that. Because, well, how do we know something that is confidential? Does that make any sense to you? So we're going to explore why it is and whether or not spirit is misleading us to see if we have an underlying lesson that needs to be learned. For some of you guys as well, we had some issue with people thinking that I'm going to tell them what it is that they want to hear rather than what they need to hear. On this YouTube channel, we only tell you what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. So if that's what you're following me for, then you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. But in this video, we are going to delve right into that because this is one of my subscribers who I want to let you know I love you and I support you and I know exactly how you're feeling. You're not alone in how you feel, and that's why I'm making this video. This was a video that was actually in my list because I myself feel this way as well. So don't feel like as if you're by yourself and you're the only one feeling this. Trust me, you're not alone. So I'm just going to read back her comment, but I'm not going to reveal who this is. So she said, so all this previous talk about Vice President Harris and Biden having a proof of election fraud in NATO is now BS, and that with a question mark. And I responded, I said, never said that. All I said is there is free will, and I have consistently said weeks ago that if something were to be revealed, it would be after January 20th to March 31st of 2025. But no later than May 25th, 2025. I entertained it because a lot of you guys were told it would be sooner, but personally, I did not believe that, which is true. I did not believe that. And then this is how she responded. She said, I did not mean you said it. I mean a lot of psychics have been given false hope that something big was going to be revealed to save us from Trump and Musk. The thing is, we don't need to be saved. That's the thing. We don't need to be saved. I said this time and time again. Trump is not a threat the way you think he's a threat. He is not the threat that you think he is, because Trump is limited in his scope and ability to do certain things that otherwise, someone like Germany, right, back in 1939 is able to do. Trump is limited in his ability and capacity to be able to commit certain things that he said on the campaign trail. However, yes, will he does do something? Oh, absolutely. We talked about this in the MAGA video and how, Trump lesson and for Trump voters to learn is that, okay, so in order for them to leave the cult mentality, they need to have a Republican back in the White House for one last time at Trump, right? But just say you were to hijack that, well, then the cult-like personality of Trump and the Trump train will continue well beyond 2028. So that is up to you and your dynamic. So, you can either choose to go the easy route and have them have this victory and let them do it and let them understand the mistakes that they made and to deal with those mistakes, or we can allow it to not happen. So here's what I'm saying here. I'm saying that theoretically what I'm seeing in a lot of my reading, and this has been pretty consistently, it takes place after Trump is inaugurated or Republican is inaugurated sometime in January. However, I've been seeing some iffy information regarding possible delays of the election, but it wouldn't happen until after January or late January. Something takes place, but somebody is inaugurated on January 20th. but it wasn't exactly Trump either or Vice President Harris. And I can vouch for that in my previous videos. I just stated I didn't see a male, I didn't see a woman as president on inauguration day. I never saw that. The cards seem to indicate that is true, right? Obviously a lot of people are saying, oh, Vice President Harris is going to be the president. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. There is nothing that is telling me that it's not going to happen. The thing is, tarot cards have a funny way of not understanding time and time frequencies of things. When you start to look at some of my videos, you look at the Liz Cheney video, which I'll show you actually right now. And that Liz Cheney video talks about how Liz Cheney could take down Donald Trump. Which is actually going to be the next video I'm going to record in this video. But it talks about how Liz Cheney is going to be one of the women who take Trump down. And she's a Republican nonetheless. So, it talked in that video, I entertained the possibility of her running in 2024. She did not run in 2024. But there's another purpose there. That doesn't mean that the reading and the information in that video is invalid. It might have mean that I misinterpreted thinking it was for a specific reason, when it might have just been for an overall consensus. They have free choice of will. Remember, you can create the story. So remember, death and when you're born and when you die is almost pretty much certain. It's very, unless it's not determined, but most people it is already predetermined. And what you do between then is considered your story. You have the free choice of will to create the story you want within the two sandwiches, right? So the same thing is applied in this concept, and it's applied to this understanding. And look, it's 222, if you didn't need any further confirmation or proof of when this video is. So if you go and check this video out with the Liz Cheney thing, definitely go check it out. I'll put that link in the link description below. I also want to mention as well in my old videos back in back in March 15, 2022, I talked about will Donald Trump be the 47th president of the United States. So I talked about that. I talked about this on the YouTube channel. And I even did another video, and this one was a lot older than that video. This one was actually made on March 23rd, 2021. And I said, will Trump be reelected the next 47th president of the United States? And it said the word juicy. I'm actually going to be rewatching these videos, so I'm really curious to see, okay, what are the similarities that maybe I saw back in 2021 and 2022, and how does this relate to our current environment politically, and whether or not it's going to alter certain things in the election, and let's see what maybe I saw. Now, back then, I was not a big fan of Vice President Harris, and I will admit that because, honestly, I've been very openly honest with all of you. I have made mistakes. And of course, I probably would have made mistakes anyway, because I am human, nonetheless. But, what to call it? This YouTube channel is all about truth and honor and making sure that you guys understand where I stand on the issues. I'm not here to give you misinformation. This is not a propaganda YouTube channel. This is for me relaying information for you, regardless of my biased understanding of certain things. I'm giving to you information that I'm seeing in the cards, separated from my own personal opinion. So I just want to make sure that's known to you all. This video is being recorded on December 28th at 2:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is when I am recording this video. Again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only and for entertainment purposes only as well. We're just going to begin. I don't want to waste any more time. Remember, just engage with the content, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's video and what you've been getting in your pendulum and tarot card. I know some of you guys do like to read, and I'm really curious to see what you get as well. You can also follow my Blue Sky account on my Facebook group so that you can be notified when I upload next. Plus, you have a direct line to interact with me. Alright, so let's begin. We have a lot to get through. My throat is really dry for some reason, even though I literally just drank water like a minute ago before I started this live. But anyway, let's just begin. I'm not wasting any more time. Okay, so spirits and angels, let's talk. Okay, clearly, we got some issues. I think this video in particular is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. And then I'll do the Liz Cheney one after. Those two videos will be released today. Okay, so spirits and angels, tell me about you guys. Are you misleading us about the 2024 presidential election and who is going to be the next president of the United States? Clearly, a lot of people have been feeling that they would be misled or misguided, and that nothing is coming out in the open. Are we being misled? So the Tower card automatically is an automatic no. That's an automatic no card. We have here the King of Wands on the left. We have the woman on the right. Bro, I got chilled. I got like little chills. Oh my god. I got little chills right now going up and down my body because when I saw that the Tower card means no, we're not being, and the question is, are we being misled? The Tower card comes in and said no. On the left side here, we have the King of Wands reversed, which is the Trump card. And or the conservative or Republican, it's reversed. Remember what I always said, when somebody is sitting in the chair and it's reversed, it means that they are out of power. Right? They are going out of power, they are defeated, they are removed, something happened. I kept saying it had to take place after Inauguration Day. But we have the King of Wands, which tells me this person is removed from power. So in order for someone to be removed from power, this person has to go into power. Right? I said that before. In order for something to be removed, it has to be in power. It has to be in place. Right? That's the Tower card. It takes over. Something gets struck. The status quo is changed. And the victor is actually shown the whistle. Because remember how we talked about in my other videos as well that Vice President Harris has a little birdie on her side, like dumb little birdies feeding her information, and she's able to crack the code. She's able to crack the code with the little birdie. So somebody's a little birdie was telling me that it's a whistleblower that's gonna blow. And we have here the Four of Swords here, which is a political death blow. This is the end of an actual career, or an end of a term, or whatnot. However, this person is not going to leave willingly. This is the Eight of Cups reverse, and this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nine of Pentacles on the opposite side. In order for this outcome to come to fruition, they need to work on it. I remember I said this before, the investigation of my other videos had just begun, literally right after December 17th. It actually started on the 18th. So the investigation has started was telling me that there is some sort of delay that's happening. And because of this delay, it's going to take quite a bit. It's not going to happen on Inauguration Day. I don't even have confidence it's going to be that quickly. I don't think it's going to be that confident that it's going to be that quick. It's going to take some time. So there will be somebody who's going to temporarily take over. But the Tower card, the person who folded the Trump card, the Sun card is Trump, is reverse. So the fall of Trump around the world, or the fall of Trumpism, or the fall of authoritarianism, or something around the world. So it's just more of a global effect as well. So maybe potentially by this time period, people who won the election, or specifically like conservatives who won the election, will start to experience a downfall of some type, whether that's in polling, whether that's in support, or something, radicalization, ideology, wherever it is, something's falling worldwide. This is not just happening in the United States. We have here the Five of Swords. They're going to put up quite a fight. The Democrats here, well, or, the people who are against, the conservatism or the right wing, they're going to need to put up a fight. They're going to have to fight. And what's the final outcome card? The Queen of Wands. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I literally shuffled the deck in front of you. This is the Queen of Wands. This is the final outcome card here. If they fight, this is the final outcome. That's the Vice President Harris card. She could go in, but I said this before, she's not coming in January. So if anyone's telling you, they're coming in January, that's not happening. Sorry, I hate to break your bubble, but Harris is not coming in January. We have the Devil card here. The Devil card is upright. That is the 45. What's behind 45? Another 45. So I guess it's a further clarification that is him. But it's also the fall of his empire. So it had to do with money. So it had to do with his company or something with a company. And this is like it feels like there's a transfer of ownership. Like something gets transferred regarding his money around this time. And because of the transfer, there was a judgment or an investigation or alarm that was being set off. And because of this alarm, they were able to find something out about election night. So I wonder if the transfer maybe might be referring to that maybe there was money laundering, and it had to do with the election, and they were funneling money through the Trump campaign, the Trump organization, and they found it. In some way that there was some sort of funneling money, maybe through Poly Market, stuff like that. And it was just a whole big scheme to get Trump in power, but also as well to funnel money in for sex schemes and Jeffrey E and all those people. I would not be surprised if that is what the cards are saying. So again, even though despite what we talked about earlier in today's video, the cards still seem to be indicating that no, Spirit is not misleading us in this aspect. They're just telling us that there's going to be a wait. There is going to be a wait. Remember, to have the first woman president, there's going to be a wait. The same way that African Americans and people of color waited years, even decades and centuries before they can have their first black president. Why would this be any different for a woman? You get what I'm saying here? It's the fight will never be easy if you're not a white male, a white rich male. Right? The fight would never be easy. No one said it would ever be. If it was easy, then it was rigged. Okay? It was not easy. Okay, so Spirit Angels will tell me, okay, so since you said no that we are not being misled, was totally derailed the entire video and the whole purpose, but thank you for the further clarification here. Are you saying that Vice President Harris will become president sometime after Inauguration Day? Sometime after Inauguration Day. I'm hearing the House of Chambers. I don't even know what that is. I don't even think we have a House of Chambers. The energy that I got here was that if anything was to happen and the Vice President House would go into the White House, would essentially require a Democratic pickup in the House. Like they need to flip the House in some way that leads to a Harris becoming president. What we have here is not going to be through the Electoral College. She would not become president by de facto. So she would not be elected the president through election night. Right? The people would not realize that she was elected on election night, therefore she is not considered an elected president, even though she is considered an elected president. She won the presidency. Again, everything in this video just for life purposes only and for entertainment purposes only. But it's saying here it's not going to be through an election, right? How she becomes president. It's just telling the story here. If we have here, we have the page of one. This means that there is a new person, this new individual who's looking at the information, this growth, this wand here, and it's starting to become branches, and branches have life. And because of this life, despite the barren wasteland that they have experienced in the Democratic Party, hope starts to emerge. Hope is starting to emerge. Because of that hope, it requires a sense of temperance and balance. A balance of the story. There's an imbalance that's going to take place. But because of them looking at that new growth, they have a sensation of, wait, hold on, I think there's a little bit more that we can explore. Let's go take a look. And then that's when it starts to be explored. Underneath here, the election and the new leadership here, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Wands upright, and 9 of Wands upright is telling me that there's going to be some sort of pushback against it. There's going to be some sort of hardship trying to get past this initial glance to get this new House in, this new Democratic House prior to the 2026 midterms. This is going to be the hardest part, is trying to get to that level. I said in my other video, the two recent videos, I said that how in order for the House to go blue, it needs to have a requirement for the Republicans to have a 3-seat majority. Right now, I think they have a 4-seat majority. Because it's at 219 to 215. Because Matt Gaetz resigned because of the scandal. Let's see what that margin would be right now. So 219 minus 215, that would be a 4-seat majority. So they need to lose one more seat in the House of Representatives. I bet I think it would be 218 to 215. That's a 3-seat majority. for the Republicans, that would mean that the Democrats have a high probability now of winning the House. And that might be all they need, right? I'm saying here, if they're able to do that and just say a vacancy has opened up within the Republican Party without any vacancy within the Democratic Party for the House, then the opportunity to retake the House becomes very available. And then it's followed by the Templars, which is peace and calmness. And under here we have the Fool card, right? They started at a low point, a low amount of seats, and they just keep increasing their margin of seats, right? The Fool. That is what it's saying here. It feels like in some way the House has to go blue before there's a House in the House. The House has to go blue before there's a House, not the Senate. Doesn't matter about the Senate, it matters about the House. We have the Hangman reverse, which means illumination, mental consciousness, subconscious. And we have here the King Cups here, which is my Biden card, but this is telling me about Shapiro. So something regarding Josh Shapiro is in here, maybe something regarding Israel, maybe. Yeah, we have a refusal to leave. Maybe there's something regarding Israel, that Israel and Palestine, that's going to be a key indicator on who and how has become president. Because somebody has to walk away. This is the Five of Pentacles here. And who's walking away? It's going to be Biden. The one who walked away is Biden, but this is also before Biden walked away, he has the cup, the cup of opportunity, right? The cup of opportunity. And here the opportunity to get the justice that needs to be deserved. The justice. Right here, that's a verse. Right, this is money funneling in. It's about to get the justice that you deserve. Before Biden leaves, you're going to make sure justice gets served. And this is the Trump campaign. This is the MAGA people, right? This is the MAGA wing. But it's saying that there is strength in this movement. There is strength within Biden to do this. However, the strength is not going to automatically hand over the presidency or the power of the presidency, because she needs to be able to fight. And if she's able to fight, she can basically take down the king, which is why he's the King of Wands. And we have here the line of succession will take place. She will become the next one in line. So that is really the story here, saying that, Biden has to play a major role in this, but so does the House. The House has to go blue for them to start looking at something. Somehow Josh Shapiro is in this, maybe Israel's in this. And then it also referred to, Biden doing something. And, it was funny because even though it was Israel, if you go a little further, a little bit to the Mediterranean, you get the Pope again, the Vatican. And a lot of all of us know and understand that Israel is a very spiritual place, particularly because of its very strong religious presence for all religions, like Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, and all other religions that's out there that I'm not even aware of. But it has very high significant religious standpoint, but even spiritual ones as well. And that is very important because we talked about how Biden, in order for him to do anything, he needs to seek for spiritual guidance. He has done so. He actually planned a visit to go to the Vatican, which we have seen in our readings in prior readings, and he is doing that. And you can kind of see it in the cards here. So maybe Israel may not be indicating Josh Shapiro, but it might be indicating that Biden is seeking help from younger males in Israel as well, or from those who are like Netanyahu, whatever his name is. Okay, anyway, now we covered and established whether or not we're being misled. We established about the election afterwards and the story and how it's going to come into play, but not before the House goes blue. Let's see. Will Vice President Harris become the next president of the United States? Will become the president? Hold on, the next, not the word next. Because next could mean yes or no. So we're going to ask it. Will Vice President Harris become president or be sworn in as president before the end of May 2025? Before May 31st, 2025. Will Vice President Harris be sworn in as the president of the United States before May 2025, at the end of May 2025? Will Vice President Harris be sworn in as the president before 2025? Sometime between then, before May. May is where it's the cutoff. And it'll be pretty close, because I kept seeing that something happened to Trump, and right before the end of May. You know, it's funny because it says here, we have here, the American people did not pick her originally, right? At least that's what the delusion was cast, right? The two of cups. The American people making the vote for the next president or the transfer of power is reversed. Was telling you that in the 2024 election, that did not take place because, well, again, like I said, it was not real, right? 2024 was not a real one. So therefore, how could this be upright if it wasn't real? We have here was followed by the five of Pentacles, means two people will walk away, which means the president and the vice president walking away. Followed by the nine of coins here, which is the hand over the energy here, the movement for women, and then she goes in. This is the Harris card. So yeah, I do think that sometime before May, before the end of May next year, she could become the next president. Or she could become president, the key word here, become president, not become the next president, because she's clearly not going to be the next president. She's going to be probably 48 or 47, depending on whether or not Trump is considered illegitimate. Which actually, now that I understand it, maybe we should actually read on whether or not Trump is going to be considered illegitimate. We have here, ooh, 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 my man, okay. Ooh, okay. So under here, we have the Two of Cups reverse, followed by the Five of Pentacles. It means somebody walked away from the people not being able to have their voice heard. Right, we have here underneath these two cards, with these two cards came out together, was the Empress card, which is my Russia card. The Empress card, which is Russia, and then the ballast being thrown out. Right, the ballast being thrown out. Cause why is my ballot being thrown out? Because you see here the person takes the cups and this person trying to submit their ballot. So this person trying to submit their ballot, and this guy just tossing them out, despite it being the Three of Pentacles. It's now reversed, which means that even though Russia interfered, those ballots in some capacity were recovered. There's some sort of recovery effort. Then after this starts to take place here, we start to move into the next phase, which is followed by the Five of Pentacles going to the Nine of Coins, which has been the card that always been showing up in almost every reading as great fortune. And, you know, that's a good thing. But in this particular reading, it's saying that evidence has been found and it's back into women. We have here, we have the Queen of Swords reversed with the Harris card, which means that she has to be out of power. Remember, she's in the seat, right? She's in the seat right now. She's vice president. She's in the seat. She had to be out of power for this to take place. So this had to take place after January 20th. Okay? After January 20th. Now I want to understand one thing to you. I'm not trying to give you false hope. I'm telling you what I read in the card. The energy could change as soon as tomorrow. Right? Nothing is ever set in stone. There is free will here, but the free will seems to be still indicating consistently that this is where we're heading. We do have here, though, in between the Knight of Coins and the Queen of Wands here, who's upright. This is the Vice President Harris card, or the woman going into power, which is why she's upright. Under here, though, between the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Coins reversed, we have the Vice President Harris being out of power, so to take place really right after inauguration day or sometime after that. But then it follows into the Queen of Wands, and it has the Emperor card reversed, which means that in order for this person, for her to go into power, Trump needs to be removed from power. He is considered the Emperor, the male in this aspect. Right? He is the Emperor. He is reversed, which tells me that there is a reversal of fortune, that's taking place. That's why this card comes in here before this card goes in. A very slight. You can kind of see how the cards are here, lightly touching. But it's enough so that the story dictates like this. You see what I'm saying? So there's a reversal of fortune for the Emperor. She goes in, but not before this. And to further clarify these two cards here, but you can kind of see why it's confusing. Because we have here Vice President Harris is looking at the results here. She's looking directly at it. Trump is looking straight ahead. He's too busy looking at the women here. which is why he's looking in this direction. But what is the card that follows here? Well, this is the Page of Cups. Remember I talked about J.D. Vance and how, you could take a cup of water and scoop it in the ocean and say, oh, there's no whales. Whales don't exist because it's not in my cup. But that doesn't mean that there isn't any whales in the ocean. Just because you can't see doesn't mean it isn't there. You know? Same concept. But except this is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups has a little fish in. The little fish is facing the Queen of Swords. Remember how I told you how in the previous reading, but right before this one, we talked about how Biden is holding the cup and he does something? This is the same cup, but this time it's filled. The other one was not filled. This one's filled with a fish in it. It has life to it. It has a story. This person is turning their back away from the emperor and handing it to the women, and therefore she goes into power. So this is the understanding. This is the reading here. And we have here women around the world celebrate. You can't even make this up. I mean, really. Injustice will be served, but this is the fall of Republicans. This is the Republican card here. Again, there's going to be a death blow to the Republicans. And then we have here the Four of Swords. So, guys, like I said, you can't make this stop. Literally, you can't make this stop. This is just raw footage. I'm not even editing this video at all. I don't even barely any edit. I don't even edit any of my videos because I just do it at night. And I just wanted to upload just so I could just sleep. You know what I mean? So, speaking of sleeping, a lot of you guys have been very supportive, very kind, very loving, and very appreciative of all the work that we do here on this channel. A lot of you guys have been very kind to me regarding the floor. I do appreciate all your love and support and kindness and all your kind words. I have been responding to you as fast as I could. These past couple of days have been excruciatingly exhausting because I've been working both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I really have not had a chance to actually just sit down and actually breathe. But I'm hoping to try my best. And I am just going to be so glad that New Year's Day and New Year's Eve I'm going to be off. So that is an exciting thing on my end. But anyway, the last card that we're going to ask in this the last question that we're going to ask in this specific video is whether or not Trump is going to be considered an illegitimate president. Very unlikely, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? It's worth the shot. Because in order for Trump to be considered an illegitimate president, that means Harris would become 47 again. In theory. But, and when I say in theory, she might just be considered a 48th. But we don't really know. Because you can ask and say, hey, is Harris going to be the 47th? It may say no. But if you ask, is Harris going to be the 48th? It may say yes. So this could be the story, you know. Trump may become inaugurated as 47th, but then get pulled out in disgrace or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying. So Spirit Angels, tell me about whether or not Donald Trump, the former president of the United States and the incoming president of the United States at the point in time, President-elect Donald Trump, will he be considered an illegitimate president? Okay, there's a challenge to this already. But there's a challenge to this question. We have here a reversal, another challenge facing the opposite way. So there is a struggle on both sides. Okay, was Donald Trump considered an illegitimate president? Or will he be considered an illegitimate president? So we have a card here. Okay. And what's the final outcome card? Oh, I love how they lay it out. Okay. I love how they lay out everything for me. I barely have to do any work. Okay. And somebody was telling me, like, I feel like your readings are not accurate because the way you do things on the floor. Listen, when I do my tarot cards, they do it for me. Okay? Just because I read a certain way doesn't mean you have to read the same way I do. Read the way you want. Don't listen to other people. Don't let other people tell you how to read. Just read how you want. If you feel like that is the best way for you to read, do it. Just do it. Because that's what my guys told me. They told me all the time, don't listen to the status quo. Don't let other people tell you how to read tarot. Read how you want. Right? You guys all saw me read Uno. Right? I read Uno with tarot cards. I read Cards Against Humanity. I read playing cards. I read playing games. Goldfish. Does not matter. Because remember, these are just a card with pictures on it. It's just all that it is. That's all these cards is. This has no magical power. No magical power. You want to know where the magical power comes from? From within. Your intuition is where your power comes from. Your drive is where your intuition is. You cannot read cards if you don't got intuition. That's it. There's nothing special to this. You can only read a picture or even a business card. Listen, I've done this many times with other people who I just go and get, like, just say I went to the doctor's office like a year ago. And the lady was like, oh, you're a psychic? Prove it. And she gave me, I kid you not, and she's like, what do you need? I'm like, okay, give me some business cards and give me a kid's card. Like, they had, what they call it, like those little like pictures, and the big kids had to say a name or like say what the picture is. And so she gives it to me, and there's only like 5 pictures. Just remind you, there's only 5 pictures on the card because this is not an actual tarot card deck. And I pulled it off tremendously well. I said, oh, well, I feel like you're going to be celebrating your birthday, you're going to be going into the city, and it's going to be about revolving around somebody you love, and blah, blah, blah. And then I see her 6 months later, and she goes, oh, you said it was true. So remember, the thing is, it's not about what you use to read. These are just tools. These are considered the divination tool, but anything can be used, right? It's your intuition that matters. Don't let anyone else tell you how to read. Okay, so let's see. I don't know why I went into that rant, but for some reason, Spirit told me to do it. So, anyway, I apologize. That's not something that happens often, but, maybe it's something for you guys, for those of you guys who are questioning whether or not you should do tarot card reading. Just do it. I don't care how you do it. Just do it. If it makes you happy, just do it. And that's the only motivation you need. We have here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9 Pentacles reversed. With the challenge going in the right side, this is the challenge for the future, because going on this side right here is the future card, whereas this card is facing the left side, which is going towards the past. But we're going to take a look now and see what way this card is facing. I have a feeling it's facing this way, but we'll see. No! Okay. Interesting. So even though the energy feels like it's going this way, right, it's going back to the past, it's happening in the future. There's something happened in the future that happened in the past. So that's what that is. Okay, so it's telling me here that regarding the incumbency, the president or the incumbent, it has to do regarding with the past, something that happened before that's going to happen again in the future. So a repeat of something. I keep getting pulled to January 6th, something like that type of energy. Something happened in the past is going to happen again. What we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Wands. A lot of you guys are asking me why I'm always counting. That is particularly because I actually don't know anything about tarot cards. Like literally nothing. I'm just reading straight up intuition and straight up energy. If you were to ask me what this card means, I can't tell you. I don't even know. Like I said, I just read based on intuition. I didn't even study the tarot cards. I don't study nothing. Because first of all, I'm also lazy. I ain't doing that. So I'm not reading a book. But, and I do very well for myself, so I'm not going to complain. But we have the King of Swords here. This is the incumbent. And this is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Wands. And that is facing the right side. And because it's facing the right side, it's saying that there is opposition that's going to take place for the incumbent. So we're asking whether or not Trump is going to be considered illegitimate. Right? That is the question that we're covering right now. Right? It has here, we have the 10 of Swords reversed, which is the betrayal card, followed by the 9 of Swords, which is going in this direction, which means this is going towards the future. But this one card is going towards the past. Right? So it almost feels like in some way that the diversion of a lack of betrayal. A lack of betrayal was telling me that his party is not going to betray him. At least the people in position of power are not going to betray him. They didn't betray him in the past. They're not going to betray him in the future. Right? But I just stated there's a caveat here. They will betray him when he's dead, but not when he's alive. Because what is he gonna do? Gonna come back from the dead and start tweeting, Mitt Romney said I was ugly, and I'm gonna tell everybody I'm gonna primary him. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. He's gonna be dead. Okay, Trump will be dead eventually. Again, that's not a shocker. That's not a prediction. He is old as hell. He will die eventually, sometime soon in the future, because like that's just something that happened naturally. But that's not a second prediction by any means. And I don't wish any harm on him because he is human and he deserves nothing but the best. But I'm just saying, speaking the facts here, he will die, as all humans do. Okay, you cannot avoid the inevitable. So we have here the next card that follows is the Two of Coins, followed by the Page of Pentacles and ignorance, lack of ignorance. So it tells me here that there is a juggle or a support. Remember I said how there was going to be a two impeachments for Donald Trump after he in his next term, and I said this back in 2021 when I read on his impeachment trial for what happened on January 6th. I talked about how he was going to be impeached 2 more times. So four impeachment total. 3 of them when he's alive, 1 of them when he's dead. The fourth one he gets convicted, but the three of them when he's alive, he gets acquitted in all three. It's saying here that it's saying that there is going to be an impeachment. So I do feel like something that regarding Trump becoming illegitimate has to do revolving around the fourth impeachment trial. So we have 1, 2, 3. So the third one could actually pave the way for another impeachment, or it might actually be the one that convicts him, but it doesn't look that likely. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, as long as he's alive, he's not gonna be betrayed in any way. And then we have betrayed like people who are supporting him because they have no choice. She's being black. So she's blackmailing them. However, there's a lack of ignorance in the future. Like we have here the two impeachments here, then a third impeachment. This impeachment also from here, which gets revisited here in the fourth one. So it tells me that he is going to be impeached at some point in the future, but not right now, because they're gonna have to relook and reevaluate the information. They only have one pentacle, right? One pentacle is all they have, but they have all these pentacles they still need to look at. Because this person, this page of pentacles, gave it to this guy, but it's only one out of many. And here we have the White House. He has to be at the White House when this takes place. So illegitimate after he's dead. So if they were to declare whether or not he's going to be illegitimate, it will be long after he's dead. So yeah, that's really all for this video. I know it's a little bit of a weirder video, and I completely agree with that. It is what it is, right? I want to say thank you all for supporting me. Thank you for loving and being very kind, not only to me, but to other people within the community. I want to say I thank you, and I really appreciate all the love and support you have given me. And I also want to mention as well, I hope you all had a very great Hanukkah and a really good Christmas if you do celebrate. So anyway, guys, I'm going to make my other video now. I'm going to start talking about Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney and see if maybe we can find anything information there. I find this information in this video particularly very eye-opening, very different, if you know what I mean. So I hope it's something that you do like and something that you would like to continue to see in the channel, right? Like everything in this video, I'm not here to mislead you or misguide you, but rather just reaffirm your intuition and reaffirm the energies that are currently at the moment and when I record this video. So anyway, guys, I love you. Have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.